Let's talk about something really profound. Something that can be, well, honestly, pretty painful. It's that experience of seeing the things that most people miss. You know, those hidden currents flowing just beneath the surface of everyday life. And this isn't some romantic idea of being special or mysterious. Not at all. We're talking about a real psychological weight. It's a burden that can make you feel completely alone even when you're in a crowded room. I mean, have you ever sensed the fear that's hiding behind a smile? Or felt the entire mood of a room shift before anyone even said a word? Maybe you just knew something was a lie before it was even finished being told. If any of that sounds familiar, yeah, this is for you. So here's the real heart of the problem. When you see what other people refuse to see in themselves, you basically become a mirror. And let's be real, mirrors aren't exactly popular with people who prefer to live in illusion. You've probably heard these labels before, right? But when someone calls you too sensitive or too intense, what's really happening? They're telling you that your perception is making them uncomfortable. It's messing with the unspoken, unconscious deals they've made with themselves to stay comfortably blind. Now, this gift of sight, if you don't really understand it, can create three very distinct and, frankly, devastating dangers. And these aren't dangers from the outside world. They're dangers that grow from within your own mind. The first danger is just this profound sense of alienation. You start to feel like a stranger in your own life. You're in a normal conversation, but while everyone else is talking about the weather, you're picking up on the unspoken grief, the hidden jealousy, the coldness between two people who are smiling at each other. It separates you. Okay, the second danger is distortion. This is when your gift starts to curdle and turn into a kind of pathology of suspicion. Your insight gets tangled up with fear, you start scanning everyone for hidden motives, and your perception becomes this prison of constant hypervigilance. And the third danger, this one's the most intimate. You're forced to see your own shadow with that same painful clarity. It's so much easier to obsess over the darkness you see in everyone else, and a lot of people get stuck there to avoid that difficult but necessary self-confrontation. This idea is absolutely key to understanding why people react so defensively to you. Your accuracy can feel like an attack, like an exposure, because you're seeing them more clearly than they've ever consented to be seen, and that feels like a violation, even if you never say a single word. So, what do? The answer is not to try and numb your sight or pretend you don't know what you know. That road just leads to exhaustion and depression. The only real way forward is to integrate it, to take the raw, chaotic material of your perception and transform it. And here it is. This is the single most important shift you have to make. You have to move out of the trap of seeing to fix others. Trying to rescue them, warn them, manage their lives for them. And you have to get on the path of seeing to guide yourself. Your sight is meant to be your internal compass, not a weapon to wield on others. So your very first task is to develop what's called containment. It means you have to become a vessel for what you see, not a megaphone. You have to learn to hold that vision, that truth, without impulsively blurting it out or accusing someone. That's where real inner stability and power begin. So let's get practical. How does this actually work? Well, it builds into three core practices. These aren't just vague ideas. They are active, concrete ways to master your sight so that it stops destroying you. This whole process can really be broken down into three crucial steps. First, learning silent knowing. Second, building sacred boundaries. And third, choosing inner authority. When you put these together, they transform your perception from this raw, chaotic force that hurts you into a mature, powerful tool that serves you. All right, let's break these down. Silent knowing means you just stop. You stop trying to correct everyone, to convince them, to rescue them. You simply see the truth and you quietly adjust your own life accordingly. Sacred boundaries aren't about punishing people. They are the architecture of your own soul's safety. And finally, inner authority. This is the radical choice to be loyal to what you see, even, and this is the hard part, especially when no one else on earth agrees with you. And this brings us to a hard truth of this whole journey. You have to accept that your sight will sometimes make you feel profoundly lonely. And tolerating that loneliness, well, that's the non-negotiable price you pay for freedom from illusion. But when you finally make that choice, when you stop betraying what you know just to fit in, something amazing happens. Your sight stops feeling like a burden. It transforms into your most powerful, most reliable guide. It becomes your compass. And this leads to a complete reinvention of your entire purpose.
You stop being the frantic rescuer, chasing after ships in a storm. Instead, you become the lighthouse, just a stable, unwavering point of presence. Think about it. A lighthouse doesn't chase ships. It stands firm in the storm. It shines its light consistently. It warns without having to scream. Your role isn't to chase and save everyone. It's to be that steadfast beacon of clarity, allowing others to choose their own course based on the light you provide, just by being you.
So here's the final takeaway. The goal isn't to finally be understood by everybody. It can't be. The real goal is to use your unique perception to build a life of dignity, of peace, and of truth, even if it means you have to walk that path with only a few people, or for a little while all by yourself.